currently, these are our big three projects which are currently running. So, since GIZ basically started the rooftop solar projects in 2013, and since then we have had 4 projects, and including a total funding of now 19 million crores, and a new project which is coming up in next year, another 5 million crores. So we will be here in India supporting MNRE and the state governments until 2024. So this is the update on the projects that we have now, the kind of work we do. So we execute grid integration studies, and then we have done demand aggregation support for the discoms. And GIZ is currently now working in 11 states, including the states that Pulkit had mentioned in the introduction. We are also working in West Bengal, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, and Arunachal Pradesh. So these are our big topics that we work on: capacity building, developing the portals, digitalization of the whole solar rooftop stakeholder map, and also supporting the states in implementing schemes. So this is a very famous picture from last year when Chancellor Merkel, who is the number one or the topmost person in German government, visited. So she is a colleague, similar to what we have in India, the Prime Minister movie. So she visited one of our projects that we have had in the Delhi Metro in Dwarka. So these are the pictures from there. Moving on to the capacity building. So GIZ has basically delivered direct and indirect trainings to almost 22,000 people in the solar industry, and these are basically the solar installers, Surya Mitras, state nodal agencies, state governments, state discoms, stakeholders like that. So today's topic is basically. So today's topic basically is why it is important to streamline the whole processes. So GIZ basically has a very simple objective, and the objective is to promote the solar rooftop systems in the country and to accelerate the deployment of the systems in the country. So with this view, we always look into what can be the potential solutions, and what should we do to make the process as easy as buying vegetables in the market. So if a consumer really wants a solar rooftop system, then we want to make this process this much as easy as buying groceries, just like that. So with this view, we have supported the state government in streamlining the whole application processes. So before we go into that, we'll talk about this outline. So basically, what is the process management, and then I'll talk about how you can do the solar PV project management. What are the steps involved in scoping a project? What are the different implementation models? What is work scheduling, and how you can monitor your projects? And then we'll talk about also the different case studies that we have. For example, the Gujarat case study that we have developed 2 portals in Gujarat, one with the state nodal agency JEDA, and the other one is with the nodal agency now for the solar rooftop scheme, GUVNL. So this is the outline for my project, for my presentation today. And I will present for 20 to 25 minutes, and then remaining 20 minutes will be for the question and answers. So maybe you can write in your questions in the text box, and at the end of the presentation, we can take your questions. So what is process management? So any organization basically has their vision statement, and the vision statement always has the strategic goals, what they are here for, and what they want to achieve, and then what they want to do in any particular industry or any sector. So process management basically means that you have all the steps involved in aligning your organizational goals and educating your managers so that they are able to perform their processes effectively and efficiently in a way that it's profitable and it's also generating value and it's also bringing the value to the society as well. And so, in general, for the process management, the digitalization has helped a lot in terms of the ERP systems, in terms of the digitalizing the whole workflow systems, and accelerating and with the acceleration of digital transformation, there is even more need to align your processes and make them smooth and efficient. What benefits does it bring? So, talking about from the perspective of any state government or any state discom, the benefits that streamlining the processes will bring is basically the cost efficiency. They can avoid all the corruption. They can avoid all the bottlenecks that are there. So if there are applications coming in the hard copy or in the file form, if let's say we can take an example over here in the current tender, there are roughly 128,000 applications. So you can imagine the kind of workload that would have been there on the DISCOM offices if they had not digitalized and streamlined the processes. So just imagine a DISCOM officer processing 128,000. Anybody? There was some background noise. Anybody was wanting to ask any question? No, all right. We'll have a question after the presentation. Okay. So all the questions will be answered after the presentation. Okay. So to move forward, so basically, what are the benefits that you can avail from streamlining your business process? One is your time saving and your cost efficiency, identifying all the bottlenecks, better communication, and clear documentation. And most on top of it, the streamlining your processes brings basically the transparency. And in any government system or in any company or in any organization, I think this is the most important factor. Transparency has to be there in every process, and digitalization and streamlining your processes brings that transparency in the system, into the system. So I was talking about the example of the solar rooftop applications that have come into the system. So just imagine a DISCOM processing 128,000 applications in hard copy form. If they had not streamlined their processes and if they had not digitalized the whole process. Yeah. So let's move forward. Why efficiency matters in solar. So given the cutthroat competition that we have in the solar industry, so every minute, every hour, or every hour of efforts put in by your staff matters. So handling your documents, processing any application or processing any deal or processing basically any proposal, it makes it easier for your staff to basically process all these applications in very short span of time, and this brings in efficiency and this brings to basically your profitability. As I mean, in the reverse auctions or basically when you are bidding into any tender, it's tough for competition, and every single rupee saved or every single peso saved can make you profitable. So that's why the efficiency in the solar industry definitely matters a lot. And if we specifically talk about the residential rooftop market, the market is such that if you have a if you have basically projects where you cannot travel maybe twice, because traveling twice will basically mean you will lose all your revenues. So it becomes even more important to streamline the whole process of installation and dealing with the consumer, explaining his complaints and everything. It becomes even more important for you to streamline the whole process and probably try to do it in one go. So that's why this basically becomes even more important. in the current market scenario. Ways to What are different ways through which we can streamline our processes? So basically, internal communications. So project ID based communication is the central access. So a digital system where basically you digitalize your whole project process based on a project ID can be one solution. And there are the market who are developing such products for the industry, and products must be um, by the solo vendors to basically streamline the whole process, to streamline the internal communication, to basically do the whole project management. Um, while you streamline while streamlining work management system, always keep the PPP in loop and provide necessary arrangements to connect them in the work management system developed by the company. Um, Also, you should avoid multiple platforms. Um, it's like having multiple channels that you have to report different things, and then it becomes even more inefficient. So avoid multiple platforms. One platform, one particular app, where everything can be done by your field staff. Use that one single platform. Go mobile. So we all know the mobile revolution in the current phase of digitalization. So it's important to also have not just have web-based applications, but also have mobile applications, and to make do the capacity building of your staff, or to use more and more mobile applications to basically execute their daily tasks. So now we come basically to the case studies that we have that I just talked about. What we have done. So these are called Unified Single Window Clearance Portals, and these portals are basically designed for processing the solar rooftop applications. As we have already seen in case of Gujarat, we have done two portals, but other than that, we have designed and developed portals for the state of Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, and portals for the UTs, Daman and Diu and Dadra Nagar Haveli are currently under development. And with the allocation of new states from MNI, we are now developing also these portals for the state of West Bengal and Arunachal Pradesh, for which we have just initiated the TOR writing processes, and then we will tender out these portal development. So in terms of streamlining the process, what was happening previously was any solar rooftop application, in case of a residential consumer for net metering, was taking easily somewhere around 75 days to 120 days, depending upon how good or bad is the discom, and then it also involved a lot of corruption. I would not name state or particular discoms, but there are discoms which will ask for bribe for net metering applications at different levels, and the rates are even fixed. So let's not name anybody, but this was the old scenario which is currently going on in a lot of states. But the good states like Gujarat, who believe in transparency and who believe in reducing the corruption as much as they can. So these portals basically were developed to process the applications, and the applications can now be submitted on behalf of consumers by the vendors. And once the application is submitted, then all different approvals by different discount departments are also provided online. Um, the subsidy disbursement also happens online once your PCR project completion reports are submitted to MNRE's SIM portal or your respective state subsidy account. So the whole process basically becomes important. And um, what is happening here is it has reduced the application processing time quite significantly. One application which was previously taking around 120 days can now be processed maybe within 15 days, and installation can happen also in a quite significant faster manner. depending upon how good is the vendor, depending upon how good they have streamlined their processes and how good the installer particular installer is. So other than that, what we have achieved also is the cost savings in terms of for the solar PV installer as well. Now the solar PV installer or the vendor doesn't have to run around different departments to get their approvals. This has made their lives quite easy. And manpower cost savings for the nodal agency. Just imagine processing thousands and lakhs of applications in hard copy format. This has resulted in quite some significant savings for the discoms and also for the state nodal agency like JEDA and the others. Secondly, the most important outing out of all of this digitalization and the streamlining is once you have all this data, then you can do all sorts of different types of analysis, and this analysis then helps in providing recommendations or policy recommendations to either the state governments, or the recommendations can also go to the ministry at the central level, MNRE. So what we have seen is, for example, the capacities that are coming currently. So capacities below 3 kilowatt, like in the range of 1 kilowatt to 3 kilowatt. No vendor is probably currently interested in executing this capacity. And there are obvious reasons for it. A vendor is not making any business out of these capacities, and it becomes really difficult for him to save anything on these capacities. So even though they are taking these applications, something like 7,000 applications are registered on the GUVNL portal, but they are not doing it. And this recommendation has now gone to MNRE to look into this issue. Either provide a different costing or a higher costing, probably for 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt systems. Make it mandatory for the vendors to also include these capacities along with the higher capacity. The decision is also to be taken by the state governments, like how they want to solve these issues. But making the process digitalized and the streamlined has helped the agency to realize what are the Can you please your mic on mute? Yeah. Okay. So looking at the impact of portals, like what is the impact we have had in the on the ground. So in 2016, there were 2,000 applications, but in 2017 and in 2018, we have had applications in the range of 21,000 to 34,000, which increased to 70,000 in 2019. And we have even seen days in 2020 in February where in one single day capacity is something like 35 megawatt, capacity is like 26 megawatt, which ranging to 5,000, 10,000 applications have been submitted in a single day. This has been quite some significant achievement for all the stakeholders involved in the solar industry in Gujarat, because without the digitalization, without the streamlined processes, this would not have been possible. And the big congratulations to the discoms and also the solar vendors, and obviously the consumers are the winners here. That's the end of my presentation, and if there are questions, we can now take the questions. Whosoever has any